When I don't know the words, I'll like this, and then I turn around for a second. And then when I know the words, I'm back.
You're back.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. It means you haven't done your job.
It is the problem. Girl, I don't even know the words to my own songs. I've been on stage where fans are yelling the words and I go, oh, thank you. Yeah, I forgot.
At least you get a pass because it's your song.
Thank you. I'm like, oh, it's my art. Yeah. Hi, it's Trixie Mattel. Welcome back to The Pit Stop, the show where we recap RuPaul's Drag Race Season 16. Today we're on episode 3 and things are getting very real, but they're getting even realer in the studio because we have the OG, the queen, Miss Cameroon. We have BeBe Zahara Benet in the studio, everybody.
Hey! Hey, Bookie! Good to see you! What's going on?
I'm thrilled to have you. Have you ever done the pit stop?
Bitch, this is my first time. You know, I get a lot of DMs like, oh, BeBe, you need to do the pit stop. Well, here is the door, honey. I'm here.
You and I met on I turned 21, went out to the bar on my birthday, and you were performing in Milwaukee, and you were performing on my birthday, and I went out alone in drag, and I met you at the meet and greet. It was an extremely long line. Let the record show, it was an extremely long line.
It was.
There was 7 or 8 people ahead of me.
That's not true. What's the long line?
Listen, for Milwaukee, that was all the gay people. It was all the gay people. We're talking about season 16. Of Drag Race.
Can you imagine? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I can count. 16.
16.
And that doesn't even add to every other franchise that's out there.
I loved doing All Stars with you. You were like my best friend on All Stars.
People didn't see a lot of our bonding time.
We got
They
ready
didn't really
together
see
every
that
day.
all the time. Like you were right there and we talked and we had a lot of personal conversations.
Yeah.
And you know, of course you have to put everything in like a really small amount of time, but we had we had a really good bonding moment.
We did.
I think that's when we got really close.
Yeah, well, everybody was so competing. And I think you and I were just like trying to take the piss out of it. Because it was like, girl, it is what it is.
We're here, whatever.
Really. How often do people ask you about the name on the lipstick?
Bitch.
I wasn't gonna ask, but somebody wrote it on a card.
You know what? I think it's the thing. Everybody wants to know. Everybody wants to know. There's all this misconceptions, there are all this theories of whatever.
Can I say?
And guess what? Bitch, I did it though. Didn't I though?
Did what?
Not to reveal the name. Like I feel like I was one of those that changed the game of that situation. Because, yes, I did.
Well, they changed the rules then.
Well, they changed the rules because there were no rules at that time.
That's a good point.
There were no rules at that time that you could not say.
That's true.
You know, that's how you know I'm, a wise, I'm a wise lady, honey.
Listen, we won't harp on it, but I think later we will hook a car battery up to your nipples and force you to tell us who it was. So.
Oh, you're just gonna read it when I release a book, a tell-all.
Think about this, they have the footage somewhere.
Why haven't they shown it?
It's too powerful. It's too powerful.
Bitch, why do I cackle too much? How do I look? Thank you.
BeBe, are you ready to get into the latest episode?
Well, I'm very excited. Season 16, let's do it. I want these girls to impress me. At this point, there are no excuses.
Last week, we met the second group of queens, and Plain Jane was the top queen of the week. How do you think it feels for her to win a challenge right away in the beginning of the season? Confidence boost? Target on the back? What do you think?
Setup.
Really?
Oh, I think it's a setup because everybody, it's great for your confidence, right? It's always like, oh my gosh, I get to win and people get to see me and I have the power. But listen, everybody is gunning after you. Everybody, including the judges.
I mean, winning early is good because you're like, I did something, but it also means in a game where people are voting, now people are like, if I want to win, she's strong. She's got to go.
Bitch, the best way is to be right just in the middle. And then you really, if you got to play the game, you just be right in the middle. And then towards the end, boom. That's when you shatter the glasses.
Shatter the glasses, people.
I'm telling you.
All right, we need to rip into these scores. So this season, the queens are rating each other. What do you think of that system of the queens, ranking each other in a list? It's pretty wild.
Girl, it is wild. Can you imagine if we had to rate each other? I mean, it just creates a lot of animosity. It does.
It's hard enough to pick who you think would go home.
Yeah.
Because we used to have to pick one lipstick, and that you only had to show if you won the lip sync.
Yeah.
Which if you're me, you don't really have to worry about that.
Yeah, but if you bonded with the sisters and then all of a sudden you have to rank, you know, it's so traumatizing. I would not want to be, honestly, I would not want to be in that situation.
So at the top of the episode, we see both groups of queens, all 14 of them, and they finally meet each other. I don't know if you clocked, there's a little bit of competitive tension between Morphine and Plain Jane. They made it clear that they knew each other. But in Drag Race, knowing someone doesn't mean you necessarily are rooting for them. Sometimes it's like, oh, I know her, she's fierce.
Well,
wish
bitch,
she
it
wasn't
depends. It depends on your relationship before Drag Race.
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean? Like if you go with your sister or someone you're very close to, you would always have that, like you're like, okay, that's my person.
Right.
They got my back and I got their back. But if it's like there's that competitive situation before Drag Race, like maybe in the clubs, you know how the girls compete against each other, then that's.
Well, the other thing is, if you're both on Drag Race from the same town, you're probably two of the best performers in that town.
Right.
So you already are a little bit competitive. Because in local drag gigs, there's only so many bars.
Well, I don't know if I would say best performers.
We haven't even gotten to their performances yet, bitch.
To say best performers from that town. Because like there is a lot and a lot, bitch. You have to have to, I use the word bitch a lot, don't I?
It's, yeah.
But it's good. There are a lot of amazing performers out there. You know, I just feel like, you know, and that's why I think when you get chosen to be on the show, you have to really you have to take it with and make the best opportunity out of it. I'm telling you, it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity that it's not giving to everybody. And that's why to me, I say you don't get a pass. You just don't.
You don't. And not at season 16.
You don't get a pass.
If it's season 1 and they pull out a sewing machine and you go, I don't know how to sew, you didn't know what to think.
Exactly.
Season 16, you know.
You know. You should have taken lessons, you know, sewing, like whatever I mean, the blueprint is already out there. You should be prepared. What are you? The
I'm
blueprint.
just thinking of you telling people to take sewing lessons.
Girl, listen. A true artist does not even need to know how to sew.
That's true.
It's all about illusion. A true artist
It's about
doesn't even need
it's about hot glusion.
Do you want to really know what happened in my All Stars 3 look? Oh, there was a lot of
I was there.
There was a lot of hot gluing. But listen, you could not even tell that there was hot gluing involved, right? Well, if you're gonna say if you're gonna give me that look, honey, then you better look at what you wore, honey. I won the challenge.
You were the most beautiful
When I came out,
car wash I'd ever seen. Okay, bitch. You looked like, it was like.
Take your time when you say it.
I was gonna say toilet brush.
Take your time. No, take your time when you say. Be very careful.
It was
like the description.
You know when you have a cat and cats shred fabric? It's like a bunch of cats grabbed the curtains and shredded, and then you went, wait a minute, wrapped it around. Movement. Because it was fabric pieces.
So what, is that a compliment?
I think so. To say it was pieces of
With
fabric.
cat shredding fabrics?
Let's move on. Let's move on. I don't want to die in the studio today. Okay? Listen, the next day, the two winners from the first 2 episodes received their immunity potion. Because immunity is, in fact, back this season. Do you like immunity, BeBe?
I do.
You do?
I do. We had immunity in season 1. I like it because it's something like you want to be safe. Because think about it, if someone is trying to get you, if someone is just gunning for you because you're doing so well, that immunity helps you. Because they cannot kick you out.
In my experience, when people get immunity, they're so good that they don't need it.
Remember, it was season 1. You know, we were not as calculated like that.
I was pulling for a caution.
You know, there was,
What?
Who were you pulling for, sweetheart?
I said BeBe. Next, we see RuPaul tell the queens that for the Maxi Challenge this week, the queens will be throwing the mother of all balls. You were in the first ball. It's impressive that you won multiple balls, including the ball in All Stars. Without really knowing how to operate a sewing machine.
No.
And so I think people put, I can't sew, so I can't win the ball. Being good at sewing doesn't mean you will win the ball.
And I don't think it's really about the sewing.
No.
Honestly, I think it's about the concept, you know. You have to come in with a concept. You know, because you can do all the sewing in the world, but if you don't have the concept and it's well executed, you're not winning that challenge. You know what I mean? And I think, and that's where a lot of girls go crazy. It's like trying to put so many things together.
Besides, it's a runway. The outfit has to glue to you once one day. It doesn't have to be perfectly constructed. It doesn't have to have linings and zippers.
At all. At all. I mean, we're in the industry of selling illusion and fantasy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Illusion and fantasy.
I know what you're saying.
Like this. Even if it's not the best.
Okay, you didn't have to add that, bitch. Moving right along, thank you. Even if it's not the best.
No, but you know what I'm saying, though. Like,
yes, I do, bitch. I know exactly what you're saying, bitch. We all hear you loud and clear. The cameras are rolling, Diva.
I love you, bitch. No, but you know what I'm saying? It's all about that, and I feel like a lot of people always think like, oh, I gotta sew this, and the stitches have to be this, and blah, 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 woozy goes. They don't understand. It's about what you present and how you present it. It just has to be. Why are you laughing?
Why am I laughing? Girl, you know what I think we are? We're Jada Pinkett, and we're at the red table right now. This is the real heart-to-heart. Okay. Do you have any memories of the pop art ball?
Soup Zaza?
Yes.
That was the one. Bitch, that was sickening.
Yes.
When we had the canned soup?
Yes, we walked on the runway in soup cans, which was wild.
Yeah, when we strolled in with the horses. With the horse.
Do you remember? I remember being very afraid of
Bitch, I
falling
almost
off
fell.
that
Do you know that?
horse. Yeah.
Bitch, I was like, ah!
I remember you almost fell backwards.
Yep, I almost did. But they would never know. Oh, you wanted that to happen?
I wanted to win. I would have been behind you like, oops. Yeah, I remember.
Did you enjoy the ball?
Loved, because I had almost just went home the day before for Snatch Game.
Yeah. Oh.
Remember that?
Girl.
It was so crazy. And it was the next day and they said it's a sewing challenge. And I remember looking at all of you and going, I know that most of these whores can't sew.
Right.
Thank God. I remember thinking, thank God it's something.
But did you think you were going to be on the top?
Yes.
Yeah. You really knew it, right?
I knew it. And so I wasn't concerned.
Well, you showed that you were not concerned.
Okay, bitch. Let's move right along. I hate everyone here. Okay. So the categories are Mother Goose, Significant Mother, and Call Me Mother, Father Eleganza, which is a look they have to create in the workroom from menswear. What do you think about this?
I love it.
It's hard.
It's hard, but I love it because I feel like that's when you really get to see the skill sets of the girls. And that's when you get to see their imagination. Because, you know, now the girls can just go and pay so much money, you know, and wear amazing stuff on the runway, which is good and it's gagging. But that's when you really get to see. I mean, can you imagine many, many years ago, we had to make our stuff.
Season one, you guys sewed all the time.
We had to make our stuff. This is the time you challenge everybody's imagination and how good or not good they are. And how, you know, what is their brand?
Menswear, I don't even know where I would have begun.
I love the idea of like just blending masculine and feminine together. Personally, I love, like that's such a cool challenge for me. Just, you know, just be like so masculine, but yet so feminine.
What would you have made?
I think I would have used all like the plaid looks. I would have done a structured top and then like a really full plaid skirts with just with the hands hanging down. It would have been very, very couture.
I would have loved to do a big oversized men's jacket that stitch closed the arms and then put little holes in like a
cape. Very opera.
Yeah, like a little cape with gloves.
You can create some amazing shapes. Like I said, you know, I would do like a really structured top, a really full bottom, a sickening turban all the way to the sky. Some glass, just some very editorial, some big glasses, just big, you know,
I think that flannel would have been good for you because it's very BeBe. It's like very casual, very masculine.
I would say casual is wrong, masculine is wrong. I don't think that that's the illusion I give, but.
I tried to just slip that in there. I was trying to get you to go, yeah, just agree to it. Well, BeBe, there's a lot of looks to discuss, so should we get into the runways?
I am so excited.
We got 12 queens, 3 runways each, so let's just slice through it. So first up we have Geneva Carr. So the first look is Miss Muffet. You can see it because a little spider. I think it's pretty cute. And the second look, she's Selma Hayek. And then the third look, that's what she made from the menswear. Thoughts, concerns, feelings? Do you have any?
No.
Okay. Well,
what do you think?
I think, okay. I personally like the Bo Peep look, but I like little girl type of stuff like this. I don't love the hair. To me, it's like a stripper hair and then it's a storybook outfit. I know that that's like Salma Hayek, but like, I didn't get Salma Hayek from that, did you? I mean, until they showed me the picture. Thank you, BeBe. You're almost too many words. I don't know how we're gonna edit this. And what did you think of her look she made?
Of course, it could have been better.
I think it's cute. It's safe. It's a cocktail thing. If it fit well, I think she could have maybe squeaked into being safe, spoiler alert, but.
Well, I feel like there was just so much material to choose from, though, girl.
I just
There was just so much. And like, I don't think she took some time to really sit and come up with a concept of really like, what am I going to do and how am I gonna really showcase my brand?
I just think she could have maybe avoided being in the bottom if this was just a little more. Up next, we have Dawn. For a cow look, I love the cloven feet. Her second look is Audrey Hepburn, a mother. And her third look is what she constructed.
I really like the second. Like, I like how sexy it is with the little cut on the side, showing some skin. And then, you know, I love classic drag. I'm a sucker for this type of like elf drag. I'm not sure how you describe this genre of drag, but this like mystical elf drag I think is so fun. What do you think of the look, the last one, the one she made out of the materials?
I don't love it, but it's clear that
What is it giving?
I think it's fun. Listen, it's not a winning look.
You don't hate it?
No, it's not a winning look, but I can tell she went in there and had a vision at least.
What would you give it from a 1 to 10?
A 6. I personally would never wear it ever, but.
Well, it's not your style.
I couldn't take it.
I don't think you would look good.
Well, plus she'd have to take it in for me.
No, that would be a stretch.
Oh, it would be a stretch. It would be a zipper popping.
After you had like 4 corsets on there.
4 corsets on, bitch. And then the first one, what is her? Shut up, bitch. Up next, we have Hershey Liqueur Jeté.
Come on, Hershey Jeté.
So first up, she has this little bumblebee look. Then she has, her mother is Mother Earth. And then her runway look is, girl. Where do we begin? I mean, I'm fine with the bumblebees. I don't love it. The Earth, when the Earth look came out, I went, oh,
Did you say Mother Earth?
It's supposed to be Mother, like Earth, Mother Nature.
That's even worse.
That's what I mean. There was nothing organic about Mother Nature. And you want to put on this little PVC dress, like I was not. And it's too short for her. You almost have your, you know. I like slutty, but there's something about dresses like that that read like it's too short for you.
And what was the last one?
I mean, this is her menswear look. She made a blouse and she put on white clam diggers.
With orange pumps, with a mint grain outfit.
Yeah, when she came out, the orange pumps really disturbed you.
Got it.
What do you want to say? What do you like about any of them?
The B one, I would give it a good 6.5. Why? Because I feel like there is a concept. And you can look at it and you can tell exactly what it is. It might not be the best that you like, but you can tell what it is.
All right, so up next we have Mirage. Mirage is serving Baba Black Sheep. Her second look is La Llorona, which is like a mother. And then her look she made is on the end. What do you think of her looks?
I love the one in the middle.
You do, I knew you would. You would
I do,
that.
I just like it's something about illusion, especially when it looks right. You know what I'm saying?
I really hate the first look. I really hate it. That's all I have to say about it. But listen, the last look, I think this is the best she's looked. And this sort of holy sweater, Freddy Krueger, post-apocalyptic situation, I mean, it could be worse.
I would have loved some shreds, like don't even talk about the shredding, but I feel like some shredding on the sides would have been lovely. Like just some fringes. And so I would give her, what would you give her?
The second and third look were actually pretty nice.
I think it had some fitting issues, especially the second one.
This is a nice, safe presentation.
Middle.
Yeah, middle, very middle.
It's middle.
So Megami is doing Bo Peep first, then we have Gaga from the telephone video, and then finally we have her look she made from menswear. Did you respond to any of these? I'll say I love the telephone video is one of my all-time favorite pieces of media. I love it. That's so millennial of me, but I love it. And I love that Gaga sandwich look where she's the server in the diner with the phone. It's pretty faithful. It's not gorgeous looking on the runway. It looks a little crazy. But I love that reference. I love telephone. I'm not here for this Bo Peep, and I hate that hoop skirt. And in the workroom, when we got a glimpse of her runway she was making, I thought she was gonna look like an employee at the Home Depot. the one in Hollywood. The gay guys hook up in that one. But I actually am fine with the way it turned out.
The only thing I would say about that look is the use of color. I don't know if all of the colors do work, but I'm just happy she used color.
Totally.
Because everything we've seen so far has just been so muted, and at least there is a pop of color.
Up next, we got Amanda Tori meeting. I'm just gonna let you take the lead because I'm hosting the whole season and I can't go in on her every time, so I'm gonna let you. No, I'll do it. I hate all these looks. I hate this first runway. I hate this hair.
Amanda,
What would you say to little Amanda? Talk to her in the camera, she's here. I think that says it all.
Yep.
I can appreciate the Michelle nod. I think the second Michelle looked more like Michelle.
I wouldn't say this is a middle, this is not a top. What is it?
It's Miss Bottom.
Okay, so we can move on.
It's Neville Longbottom.
We can move on.
It's not a great week for Amanda.
Amanda, we know you're gonna do great.
I'll tell you this, BeBe, this is the best her makeup's looked.
Is it?
I know.
Okay.
Okay. She's giving Violet a run for her money out here. Violet was previously the most cutthroat, but I appreciate you going in on these people. Up next, we have Morphine Love Dion. I like the little S&M maid look.
I do.
Is
I
it
do.
a little slutty?
It is, but I also feel like there's a concept there.
Yeah.
You know, it is polished.
And it fits.
It's put together and it fits. There's a concept there.
What do you think of the Kris Jenner look? I don't know why the one boob is out. I would have just gone really faithful. Do the black suit, look really chic, do the perfect hair and makeup.
Right.
Call it a day.
And call it a day.
Why is
and that
one
would have
boob
been
out?
Right. And that would have been just so safe, but right.
But right.
There we go again with the last look being short.
And also like, a bustier, making a little bustier, but not, bustier shouldn't make you bigger. We want an hourglass. That's an egg timer, bitch. You know what I mean? It's fine. She has a beautiful face. I love none of the looks, but I like the first look. God, if she had just done an actual full coat, I would have liked that Kris.
Yeah, because she's beautiful.
Jenner so
she's
much
beautiful. I really think that, again, it comes to the concept. Like, I feel, if you're going to do this ball challenges, that's when you really show us who you are.
Yeah.
And being beautiful in the face is not enough.
If it was, you and I would be the presidents.
Well, if there was something after the president, what would that be?
The vice president?
No. After the president. It cannot be the vice. Because the vice is before the president. What's after the president? What's the role or what's the job after the president? Like, is there something higher than presidency? I'm sure you understand what I'm saying because you look really confused. When you think
I'm trying to actually think.
So there's the vice president, there's the president, and then what's after the president? Is there any?
What do you mean after? After they die?
Is there any job, like anything, is there any job that you hold higher than the presidency?
Oh. Duh. I would say drag queens, I guess. We work a little harder, I think. All right, here we have Maya Iman LePage. Let's talk about it. We have her first look, which is this yellow floof, floof, floof. Then we have for her mother look, she has, I think that's supposed to be Lil' Kim, the mother of rap, she said. Which, hey, a lot of female rappers would probably agree. I think with, what I know about rap music is it seems to be always a heated debate about who's currently the mother or father of anything. But, And then in the third look, we have her runway she made. I love her in yellow. Yellow works for her.
Yeah, I mean, yellow is really good on brown skin.
It's gorgeous.
It's just that it's drowning her.
And this all just looks like bulk.
And then you don't get to see the face.
Yeah. All right, her Lil' Kim look, I get the reference. Wouldn't you do one boob out, Lil' Kim?
I would.
If you're gonna do Lil' Kim.
I would.
Because it has to be right. And I think she kind of did this tiny little stone thing. it doesn't exactly read like stones, but
Right.
it doesn't read like
It
nude.
reads like a little shiny something like, what's that?
Yeah.
I would have just bedazzle it, just go to town with it.
And what did you think of her look she made here? I like the safety pin through the nose. And the problem is, it really looks like it just was from the store.
I feel like if you're gonna use a safety pin in your nose, then it needs to feel so avant-garde.
Bigger
It needs
and,
to
like,
be
stone
so
it.
edgy.
Yeah, like a-
Do you know what I'm saying? Like the safety pins have to go. You have to find, like the shoulder. You can have an epaulette, like with just safety pin. Like you could really go edgy with it to give a reason why it's so hard in the face.
Yeah, it was,
You
or
know?
imagine the hair is up. Imagine if there was a big safety pin through the hair or something.
That would have been everything.
It's a middle. I think it's a middle.
I think it's a middle to me.
If you had been her mentor, I think each one of these could have been just,
Editing, yeah. It would have been so different.
Yeah.
But it's a middle.
yeah, it's a middle. You know, Maya is somebody who admits she can't sew at all. For somebody who couldn't sew at all, I think this is worth at least acknowledging that she pulled something together.
Oh, for sure. Oh, definitely.
When you cannot even make two pieces of fabric bond together, the fact that she can even walk out there. I mean, do you remember? Do you remember Shangela wearing records? Records.
What did she use? Was it hot glue on the?
It was streamers and records. So I'm just saying it can always get worse.
Yeah.
Up next we have Q. All right, let's just be honest. She's heads and tails above the other people.
I love what Q did. Like, this is what I'm talking about, like concept. It looks right, right from the very first one. I love the idea of that masculine, feminine energy
Totally.
in that first one.
Yeah.
It really is.
She made the third look here in the workroom. That's how you do no titties. It's like this neck with a little like bandeau top, with the boots, that looks amazing.
It looks really
She
good.
made that in a day.
It looks really, really good. I love the middle one. It's just classic beauty.
Yeah.
Just simple, right coloring, right shape. The silhouette is right. I love the short hair.
Yeah.
Because it makes it look so young, so youthful, and less draggy. Nothing wrong with the big hair with draggy. Look at us. But I feel for that and what she was going for, I think she really, really, she got me some. I'm giving her points.
Yeah.
For that.
I love this weird man in the moon head. And I guarantee she made all of these looks. So
You think so?
She makes all her own costumes.
Oh, she does.
She does.
Oh, that's some talent.
All right, up next we have Nymphia Wind. First, she has the kind of little boy blue look. What did you think of that?
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. I like the concept. I love, like I said, this whole Victorian thing. It's just cool. I don't think we get to see a lot of it. I think it's really good. I love the color.
Yeah.
I just love the color.
Now, I like the second look. What do you think?
The second look is okay for me. And
Yeah.
the only reason I would say okay would be the fit. I wish it wasn't bunching a lot in the top. I don't hate it at all.
No.
But I just feel like the fit could have been better.
And then finally, her look she made, which is all these men's ties that she appeared to like wire.
Love it.
It's amazing.
Love it. Again, the usage of color.
This look is great. This is one of those looks as a competitor on Drag Race. When someone turns the corner in this, you go,
Yeah.
you go, I really wanted to win this week, and now she's here. Up next, we have Saphira Crystal. What'd you think of the pumpkin?
I like it. It's
very wacky.
I like it. I like it.
It's a pumpkin.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like a dress to me. You're just walking around in a pumpkin. It doesn't really look like clothes, but I like it. What do you
I
think?
like the middle one.
What do you think of her second look? I believe that's like kind of, she's doing like an Eve thing.
Yeah.
That is some long braids, bitch.
I like it. I would have loved if the color, it was just more like a nude, like true to nude, and then using like rose golds, just so it feels very fleshy.
Yeah, and I'm not an expert. I think the highlights on the bodysuit could have been a little warmer. It almost looks a little gray to me, but I think it's really pretty. It's like Eve from the Bible by way of like the strip club.
But bitch, I love the braids. Honey.
Oh.
I'm like, come on, you better give me a braid with a train.
What do you think of her look she made?
I think there's a concept there. It's very Texas to me.
I don't love the skirt. I think it needed like pleats or some gathering at the waist.
The skirt could have been shorter, like a high-low.
High-low would have been different.
It would have been a high-low. And then a belt made out of the plaid. Just to be, because then the denim just seems like it's just sitting there.
Yeah. It's a safe presentation, but I think it's good.
Yeah.
Up next, we have Plain Jane. So her first look is like a royal cat. Her second look is the Octomom. And then her third look is the one she made. I like the cat one. I mean, listen, it's a gown with a drawn-on cat nose. It's a gown with a nose. I've done it. That's about the level of effort I give on Halloween, so I can't even talk. I really like Octomom. All the babies as a sash, love. I really hate the look she made. Again, less fabric is not less work. It's hard to wow the judges with a square foot of fabric.
Yep.
And I believe she said she made this from one garment. That's one jacket, I think. It looks like she's running out of fabric, doesn't it? I mean, BeBe, is there anything you like about these? I think she can feel that stare through the screen, through the camera.
No.
Okay, we can move on.
Yeah, we can move on.
Up next, we have Tsunami Muse.
Tsunami Muse.
First look, she has this egg. She came out as the egg and then cracked open. I live for that
Concept.
I love that egg dress. I love the egg on the head. I kind of wish the yolk was a purse. I would have loved it to be a yellow ball that she walked with. My other thing is body makeup. Her arm here, I mean, I wish it matched the legs and the face.
Exactly.
Body makeup is such a game changer.
Very important.
It's a game changer.
Yep, it is.
The second look,
Love the second look.
she's doing Candy Muse, and I'll say it.
She
looks good.
She did that.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And then the purse is like, was that like the radio?
It's a boom box.
Like a boom box. To me, that is, okay, you really thought of that concept really well. And I think she executed it really well too as well.
What do you think of the look she made here?
I think it's safe. I think it's basic.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's a plaid skirt with a sweetheart top, you know, with some socks.
It's a safe look.
It's safe. It's basic.
And finally, Plasma. So Plasma first has Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Her second look is, it's a mother, and I believe it's like a religious thing? Anne Boleyn? Oh, okay, her second look is Anne Boleyn from English history. And the third look is what she made. So I don't live for Miss Tweedledee. I know what she's trying to do with that jacket, that like tweed, but that super high textured tweed can make you look real bulky, and she looks bulky. She looks like a UPS package. I think she's supposed to look like she's riding on shoulders.
Oh, got it.
I don't think that reads.
No, I just feel like the concept, to me, I just didn't like, I'm not looking at it, understanding the whole entire concept. I don't feel like it's fully realized.
The second look, I don't know what she's referencing, but I like it, but I don't know who that is. So if I don't know, I don't know.
And if you don't know, I definitely don't know.
Thank you.
The dress that she made out of the materials in the workroom.
It's fine. It's very, if the fit was a little better, I would say it's just very safe and pretty. But again, it's not swinging big. At least
I mean, we've seen some really good stuff already.
Yes.
You know, so then when you look at this, you're like, okay.
At least she sewed something. At least she put something together. I like the slit of the leg. She looks pretty. So who had your favorite look today, BeBe?
I would say, for me, Q.
Yeah.
It was just, the concept was there. I just loved the feat of all of it. I love the usage of color. She really did it for me.
Which queen do you think struggled?
Well, bitch, most of them.
There was a lot of struggling. And to be fair, balls are difficult. After judges' critiques, the queens rate each other, and we find out that the winner of the week is Nymphia Wind. Do you agree?
I do.
I do too.
I do.
In the bottom two, we have Geneva Carr and Hershey Liqueur Jeté. Is this the right bottom two?
I think so.
I think a mandatory meeting got away with murder. I think she could have been in the bottom. All three of those looks were chopped. Chopped. Geneva and Hershey lip sync to You're the Problem by Ava Max. What do you think of the lip sync?
Am I grading the lip sync?
Yes, you could give them a grading or parts you liked about it, parts you didn't like. I think they were both kind of weak sauce.
I would give it a good...
If I was at the bar,
I would give it a good 4.
Out of 10.
Out of 10.
Oh, no, out of 100. No. So the lip sync starts. Both these girls are going in. I mean, the outfits matter. No matter how good Hershey lip syncs, she's in these white women's pants, something your mom would wear to a 4th of July picnic. And so it's hard to take a lip syncer seriously when they're in their casual separates. Casual separates.
I'm telling you this, I would give it a good, and just because I'm trying to be really nice, a good 4. Just for effort.
I know.
A good 4. What would you give it?
I mean, listen, they're probably both better lip syncers than me. I would say a 5. Geneva wins the lip sync. What do you think?
Somebody had to win.
Okay. I think that Geneva, especially.
What's that mean?
Well, Geneva was in the top last week.
Yeah.
So I feel like spiritually, I as a viewer was like, I want to give Geneva another shot. I want her to win the lip sync because I've seen her do so well.
Got it.
Hershey's has yet to impress. At least Geneva impressed us last week.
Yeah.
I know it's not cumulative, but as a viewer, I was like, I'm ready for more Geneva. Please keep her. I was happy she won. Which sadly means Hershey becomes the first queen to sashay away from the season. But somebody's got to go.
Well, somebody's got to go, but like I'm telling you, a lot of times you go, the first doesn't mean that it's over with you. You know, you go and you learn and you see what you could have done better and you come back so strong. A lot of artists that have gone last are doing so well.
Totally.
You know, I don't think that doesn't change who you are as an artist. There's always that room to grow.
Totally.
Yeah.
BeBe as the first winner ever, and my favorite winner ever. Who do you see as a front runner for the season?
Do you know, to be very, very honest, just looking at the season so far, I still feel like we have a long ways to go.
It's hard to
tell. In my opinion. So far, if I'm going to be honest, I still need to be impressed. I haven't seen the stars and I'm waiting for them. Have you found the stars in the season?
I found one here on the pit stop. Give it up for BeBe Zahara Benet. BeBe Zahara Benet, thank you so much for being here today. You are such an icon. I love getting to know you, competing with you. I love you so much.
I love you too.
I'm delusional, but
are you like my first daughter or second daughter? What would you say? You would be my first daughter.
First daughter.
You would be my first.
You don't need a second daughter. Okay, bitch? You don't need a sister wife. Okay, I am your daughter. All right. Let everybody know on the internet where they can find you.
Well, I am everywhere, and if you've been following me, you know I am everywhere.
Tell them.
I should tell that to the camera.
Tell them where to find you.
I am everywhere, my darlings. Instagram, Facebook. What is it? It's not Twitter anymore. What's it called now? X? What's it called?
Yes.
What is yes?
It's called X.
Okay. No, I'm everywhere, and I'm doing some amazing stuff. I have some amazing things that will be coming out for the next, the year, and so I'm really excited.
And thank you for joining us for season 16 of The Pit Stop. This was episode 3. Next week, we're moving on to 4. New guest, new energy. We will see you then. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Who called me the plus size Naomi Campbell? Remember somewhere I walked into? Do you remember? Was it Aja when it was during the reading challenge? Somebody called me, oh, BeBe, you're giving plus. Don't you remember?
Naomi Campbell's chunky suit.
Don't you remember?
Girl, I blacked out.
Oh, you did?
You know where to go for the mecca of gay. It's right here, and you know that's right. So make sure you click to subscribe so you never miss a thing.